Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Revolution Overwatch. I am your producer and host, and some may even call me God, but I'm really not. My name is my name is Soldier, and for those of you that may be tuning in that don't know who we are, we're just a little league that gets together, smashes each other in the face, and puts people on stream for other people to watch. So that's too long didn't read of it. We have two diamond level teams, I believe is what they are, playing tonight. We have Bjorn in the USA Academy, who is Academy Team 2, if you guessed it. It's born in the USA. They were a team that joined us last season, and they were the top of their division, and they decided to spin off their own academy team, who plays in our Division 2. Versus the Plat Attack, who is a team that has been with us since, I think, Season 1, and is actually run by one of the admins, Mr. Saturn. He also, as well as running the Plat Attack and being an admin, has graciously donated some monies to the tournament for everybody to get some extra prize money. So if everybody gets a chance, go ahead and give Mr. Plat Attack, Mr. Saturn, a thank you for providing you some more cash monies. I am joined tonight as well with my fellow casters that I've been getting to know oh so well, because I've been spending hours and hours every night with every single one of them. We have Mr. Bite Me, or Mr. Bite May, whatever you want to call him. Hi. And then we have Mr. Thoth God, who's, I think, done a few streams with us so far.
I've done about 5 or 6. I cast like 50-50 with Fuku and Bite Time. Or Bite Me, whatever. Whatever he is, that guy.
The guy who screams in the mic.
Yeah, the guy who strains his voice.
Wow, how do I still have my voice? That's a real, that's the big question.
That's something that you say, hey Alexa, and then Alexa says that they can't help you with that. Because really, as you can see from the coughing voices. But yeah, so we have, I know Plat Attack is playing. I'm excited because I used to, fun fact, my first team ever was with Plat Attack, actually. Back when I was a Platinum Scrub.
I didn't know that.
I used to be on Plat Attack as their off-tank player. I played about...
when you hit Diamond, you get kicked off the team? Like, I'm sorry.
No, I actually, unfortunately, due to family issues, lost my computer, so I had to rebuy the computer I have now. And I was gone for about 8 months, and they actually welcomed me back. I ended up moving on. They had a lot of players at the time, a lot of players who were better than me, and probably still are, honestly. But I moved on. I did a lot of self-improvement, self-reflection, moved to coaching and casting, which I enjoy, but I am still in GGNA. I will be playing in GGNA as a solo, so that I can beat my friend. But anyway, back to the game. I am actually...
Wait, are we getting Sigma?
I know Plat Attack. I especially know Saturn. Saturn and his dog are very well known for being adorable together. Especially the more alcohol that's involved. But yeah, I'm excited. Apologies, I'm a little bit scuffed right now. I need more water.
It's all good, but do you know what's not going to be scuffed? This Sigma that I've been waiting for forever. We did get to see one last night, but we didn't get too long. We only got like 1 game of Sigma, so I'm ready to get these full 3 games of Sigma. That if they don't happen, I'm going to be banning people. Magi is going to be the first one to fall down to Pandemonium, who just out-snipes the snipers. Doesn't even need the Reaper or the Lucio to get up close. This is what you really... I mean, it's nice to have a mate who can do such sort of weird stunts like this, but this is what you want to be seeing. You want to see the M1W shot right now. It's coming out, and that is going to be the first one to Plat Attack.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I am not in the custom game. There we go! But, yeah, definitely one player that I remember, Panda, was always very, very good at popping off. A lot of these players have really impressed me over the years, but more importantly, Sigma. A lot of people, they don't know how Sigma works. Let me give you a general idea. Other than the fact that his abilities, he can throw a shield and retract that shield whenever he wants with 15 health, as you see Goliad spamming right now. But Sigma's is very, very good at breaking Orisa compositions. He can, if he's at the correct range, actually ignore the Orisa shield and apply that damage. So as you can see, Goliad just does so much damage in these small, enclosed areas, and with Saturn's Reaper to clean up, that's a fight.
Ooh. Yeah, the WM1 strat is a little bit too good in my opinion. Plus, you can see that they tried going in for the beam strat with Strange Love and Magi, but it really didn't work out for them.
Yeah, I mean, like, in this kind of a composition, the idea of it, they're running a double shield, very, very weak to Symmetra, yes, and have to be very, very careful about using their shield management, but their DPS, they don't really work together that much, and that's why it's becoming so difficult, but that's a Sigma ult.
Yeah, so the Sigma ult comes out. You did see Summer go up in the air. Right now, even though Plat is completely going, we do see the Hanzo in the back line capturing the point right now. Amazing, trying to test it. She's gonna try to get it. It's almost halfway there. We're already 70%, but the Sigma shield is gonna take everything out. Timmy is gonna be the only one to, I think, have gotten a single pick off against Plat attack at this point.
Yeah, and again, like the Sim, very, very, very strong against that double shield, but you need more. You need the follow-up damage or sustain, and while their supports are really perfect, the rest are not.
Oh my god! Oh, that was absolutely huge! That's 3 freezes, but I think they're only gonna get the Lucio out of it.
Or are they gonna be able to touch point?
Oh, are they? It's hitting 95% right now. They only have a few more seconds to go. They're going to put all of their cash money into this one last push, and they're going to make it. Going into overtime, you can see these beams putting it into work. Magi and Strain Love are finally going to be able to get the damage that they've been wanting to get off, and that is going to be them retaking the point at 0%.
Yeah, definitely a very long and drawn-out fight, but going to be very, very difficult for Plat Attack to push in now. With this double shield, that Sim, so much charge, and the Orisa and the Sigma, not the fastest tanks around. We make fun of the slow mechanical horse. But this rotation, if not caught, might actually do a lot, but it looks like Magi's gonna catch it out.
Magi's caught it off. Magi's gonna get taken down by Saturn, so the WM1 comp definitely has a chance to shine right now. Strange Love is caught off guard, even though he is going to grab right there. That's happen from it, although Strange Love is gonna fall down. Lime's gonna fall down as well, taking Pandemonium with him. And this is the point where it's either gonna go either which way. Both teams have a possibility of winning, and with the Dragon taking down Thunderous, the cleave happening right now, the beams are still coming out, and Lukenhaus is still doing so much damage. Honestly, if I say Hanzo saved that push.
Yeah, definitely that Dragon. Very, very good. Firing it into that stairs choke. Anybody in that choke isn't going to be able to go anywhere. There's just left, right, and back. But the Dragon, it's every which way. You get consumed by the Dragon, and that's going to be you going back to spawn. But definitely need to see Mackie play a little bit more safe. He has that Sim beam that burns through the shields, but he needs to stay alive, because if he's dead, then he's doing nothing.
They are going to be going for the same rotation idea. We do see the shields come off, but Magi just cannot hold on to his life for the life of him. I am liking to see that Plat Attack is no longer attacking these Zarya shields. They had a huge problem with that, and they're sort of letting Strange Love go off and do so much damage right now. Plat Attack is sort of consuming them like the all-consuming blob that they've been playing like right now. But with Saturn falling down, that WM1 damage is going to start losing. They need Sigma to start popping off right now. But with the main tank falling down, it doesn't look like it. They're trying. They're definitely getting there, but they just cannot connect because this double beam comp is too good. Going into overtime, that's going to be the first map, their first round actually, going to Bjorn Academy.
Yeah, I mean, again, the Sim dying really early, but there's just... It's too difficult to push with the Sigma Orisa. A lot of thought has been put into tanks that go well with Sigma. Originally, we thought Zarya would be the best tank with him, being able to use those bubbles, playing Sigma sort of like a Reinhardt, but from range, like a mix of Rein and Orisa. People started to say, wait, we can run this double shield bunker comp, very, very weak to Symmetra, and even though I said before I felt Symmetra would be very strong, really, these double shield comps get so hard countered that it's almost throwing to keep running them.
Yeah, like, I think we talked about how it's sort of the rock, paper, scissors comp right now. Dive beats Zarya, Reinhardt. Double shields beats Dive, and then... What was the last one? I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's actually a bit of a square. I can tell it to everybody after the round, but the first fight's starting right now.
Yeah, so we do see the beam damage come off, and they're still running double take, which is not looking too good. Magic gonna be able to take out Rinzy Wind right now, and it's just not looking good at all. Lime and Magic are sort of like the tag team that you don't want to see in a wrestling match. Moot's gonna be able to pick off 1 kill, but that's all, it's not enough.
I'm really interested actually in the Sigma. For those wondering, Sigma is countered by a very aggressive Rein Zarya play. Rein Zarya's sim into Sigma can do a lot of damage. As we can see with Maggie down now, that shield pressure is gone. They have moved over to a Rein Winston composition on the side of Plat attack. Very, very interesting, trying to get rid of that Symmetra, but not the most efficient way.
So the Coalescence comes in, and the beam play is honestly sort of insane. They're trying to do anything. Plat attack had the upper hand in the first round, but they're really having a hard time. They're grasping at straws right now.
Yeah, their compositions, their tanks. Goliath not able to flex to that off tank and not willing to flex to the main tank either. He's kind of playing these hybrid tanks, these Sigma, Ball. I mean, these aren't tanks that Rin seems very comfortable working around. I'm not sure if Goliath is normally in this tank position with Rins, but you can definitely see a lot of difficulty coming through just compositionally.
Yeah, so coming to this next fight, you see that, okay, so the huge hair comes out, you know, they don't get Rinzy Wind, but Rinzy Wind is going to fall down low. He needs the healing right now. But you also notice that they have a Pharah running against Magic, who's playing a soldier right now. It's not going to run good for them at all. Not to mention that Pug got taken down by the Zarya in those last few fights right there. Strangelove is pulling his weight times 3 right now. Grab coming in and going to be doing the rest of the damage, 70%. And they haven't been able to get anything less than a pick.
Yeah, and I have to say, I have not been seeing much from anyone on the side of Plat attack except Saturn. I mean, he seems to be doing all of the work. Everyone else playing very, very quietly. Rin's a little bit of good play here and there, but when you look on the other side here, I mean, everyone's getting their chance to shine, so definitely Plat attack feeling a little bit like they're trying to get carried by Saturn, but he can only do so much on the Hanzo.
So the Giants come in, Saturn's finally able to do a little bit of more work right here. Goliath trying to flank and do something, but he's just not creating enough space. And yet Strangelove just has so much room to work his beam in. Magi and Strangelove are just completely destroying it. Why Magi switched off the Soldier, I still don't know why, because I've switched off the Soldier and not stayed on Symmetra. I still don't know why, as I don't think they really need the hits to even deal with the Pharah, as that is going to be the first map that's control point and to Bjorn Academy. And we did have a conversation about this a few days ago, how, you know, depending on how control maps goes, isn't going to dictate the rest of the game. So there's still a chance Plat attack could come on top.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times as we see a nice Sigma play, possibly the first on stream. I don't know if the last time you saw Sigma got play, but you can see how Sigma throws that shield out, protects himself, just holds mouse 1 into the group, does so much damage. I mean, 4 final blows there for Goliath. Definitely a strong hero, but that aggressive Rein Zarya runs past that shield. I mean, remember, his advantage is at that range. He's the better tank than Orisa when it comes to main tank. He is a main tank because of that shield. He provides that protection for the team. But like I was saying, I can run through, actually, some of those compositions. So, here, I actually have a sheet for it. Ooh, fancy. Getting my teams up. But a lot of this meta, this 2-2-2 meta, actually revolves around tank counters, not DPS counters. A lot of the compositions, support-wise, are going to be running Brig Lucio, Moira Lucio, or Ana Lucio. Lucio is pretty much, it should be in every composition. Every other composition lacks that mobility and gets just outrun. I mean, if the other team can run left and right faster than you, then they can out-position you in most of these fights, and they can get their advantages. But for Sigma, there's really 2 Sigma compositions that we've heard. We've heard of Sigma Zarya and Sigma Hammond, or Sigma Balls, as people like to say. These 2 Sigma compositions play similarly in that one is more of a Rein Zarya, one is more of a Divey composition. But both of them play very, very slow. With Sigma, you want to have stall comps. Mostly it's going to be like shield break and stall. So Maze, Hanzos, Reapers, a lot of like very long, drawn-out fights, constantly keeping the Sigma at distance from the opposing team, because if they can get on top of him, then he can run them over. And even though Dive can dive onto a Sigma, Dive doesn't do enough damage to that 400 health tank that has that ability to just basically black hole, sort of like Defense Matrix, just suck everything away into nothingness. All that damage just goes into nothing. He can't be hooked. I mean, there's so many things that Defense Matrix doesn't do that it does. It's just power creep on Defense Matrix, really. And the only thing that he's bad at is those aggressive Rein Zarya plays where you run right into him, but you still have the meat. So Zarya beams don't get eaten. Melee attacks don't get eaten. So Rein breaks Zarya. I know it sounds like I'm talking about goats here, but Rein breaks Zarya Lucio, very good composition against Sigma. You throw in a Symmetra there just to deal with that shield to make it so he doesn't feel comfortable throwing that shield out, and those Sim turrets make his rotations even slower. And if you do it well, which is not that hard when we're talking about holding mouse 1 and W with a Symmetra into shields. I mean, you do that well, and the Sigma is almost a throw pick. You have to swap it up. But even Rein Zarya has counters. You can see Rein Zarya is the weakest of the 3 other non-Sigma tank comps. Orisa comps and Dive are better, because no peel for the backline. Orisa comps, very pick compositions, but because Sigma does so much damage, they don't have the time to get those picks, as well as Halt hooks for Orisa Hog, basically blocked. If you halt the Sigma, he just eats the hook. If you try to halt and you get it off, he can also just throw his shield to block the hook. I mean, he really makes Orisa comps feel worthless. But then as for Dive, I mean, Dive, you can't jump onto bunker comps, and Sigma Zarya, there's just not enough damage that you can do. Can't jump on the back line because everyone's so clustered up. So really what I love about this meta is how Sigma has entered, and instead of becoming like most metas where the hero's either great or trash, he's kind of just really good in some instances and really bad in other instances, and that has caused a lot of the meta to kind of start to rotate around tank swaps and tank combinations. Like to give a simple run, Sigma, Rein beats Sigma, Sigma beats Orisa, Orisa beats Diva, beats Winston, Winston beats Reinhardt. That's generally an idea of how the meta is right now, that kind of a cube effect. And so when you're seeing Sigmas come out, recognize that Sigma's value is in his ability to beat bunker comps and kind of be able, on at least in the Zarya variation, to protect from dives. But if you run into him with a giant melee-based, beam-based team, he can't do anything. He can't eat the damage, he can't really shield the damage, because you're running right through the shield, and the Sim's getting power from the shield. He just becomes terrible. So that's kind of an idea of how the meta has changed with Sigma involved. This has been Taser with big brain plays. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
So, honestly, I'm loving the fact that we're back to that sort of rock, paper, scissors meta. But there's something that you said earlier in your little spiel that made me so excited, and it's the resurgence of Lucio. I've been waiting for that forever.
When did Lucio die?
Okay, so Lucio was sort of dead for a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But
Resurgence?
I have not seen a Lucio for a while, and coming back with this, like, now that the mobility factor is back, now that you try to do the M1 comp is so good. The Lucio's coming back. I used to never see a Lucio. Like, I honestly thought Lucio was gonna be dead for a while.
Yeah, I mean, bunker compositions. When Lucio gives you movement, but your whole idea is that we never move, his effectiveness kind of goes away, and Baptiste sort of took his spot. But surprisingly, a lot of teams have started using a Lucio in bunker comps, in case the enemy team runs a Sigma, being able to stall that fight longer, and because you'll be swapping to another composition, and that comp will run Lucio. So there's almost no point to not run Lucio. So whenever I see a non-Lucio, I'm going to be very vocally critical of that team, because I am a jerk. This is how I go.
If we're gonna go on this, so do you think Baptiste is just a healer that's not good because it doesn't have any survivability?
I think Baptiste has survivability. He has verticality as well with that rocket boost, but a lot of the weakness that comes from Baptiste is that he's good at that area of effect healing. He has that invulnerability, and I do think he's good anti-dive. He's arguable that you can run him, but I feel like in every situation, he's like the second best hero. So when it comes to Lucio, he puts out a lot of healing and survivability. Moira puts out just a little bit more, as well as the ultimate is more beneficial because it's a support ult, not so much a damage ult. So Moira kind of beats him when it comes to healing. When it comes to, like, going aggressive and doing damage. His ult's very good for that, but wouldn't you rather have a nano boost, or wouldn't you rather have, you know, another support ult, maybe a Mercy Valkyrie, or even just Lucio speed boost, Discord? Like, a lot of things can also provide that, so he becomes, again, like a second or third pick. So I don't think he's bad. I just think that other supports kind of specialize a little bit more, and he's sort of sitting in the middle. He's the Mario in this Smash Bros. Overwatch world. He's just kind of average at everything, and so his pick rate will kind of go down. He is still, in my opinion, Mercy Bap is still the best for a bunker comps that run Bastion. Cancer, you still run the Bap.
Speaking of bunker comps, why don't you take a look at what Saturn and Fuku Mass are planning on running right now? This is sort of a little bit insane. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like Plat, they don't want to give up the Sigma either.
I didn't know Fuku could play. Who wants to be critical of Fuku? I want to be critical of Fuku.
Put me in, coach. Put me in. Wow.
So this is why I'm casting with you.
Honestly, well, actually, you said yes before Fuku did. Like, I thought Fuku said if he could cast, and then you asked if you could cast. But then, like, apparently I'm just like hallucinating or something like that, because you were the only one who asked the cast other than me.
Because we are the best. Either way, looks like they are going to be stickering with this bunker double shield. I mean, the issue with running Symmetra into this, so much damage. You need to be able to eat the damage and get in close proximity, build that beam up in order to provide the benefit. So really where they stop this payload is going to matter, but they've got to first be able to deal with the Bastion, because they don't even have a sim. They have double sniper.
Yeah, ooh, I do like some double sniper myself, but we are going to see both supports on the side of Bjorn Academy fall down. Magi is going to get Saturn, so that's actually a huge play. But he's going to get rezzed anyways, because guess what? In this comp, no one dies. It doesn't matter. If you're the first to die, you're going to get rezzed up anyways, and that is going to be the first point basically done. Strangelove is going to be only one on card, soon to be picked off.
Yeah, I mean, a fight going 5-1, going to be 6-1 there, and the one being rezzed, we could argue 6-0. That's one of the fastest Dorado first points. That payload did not stop moving, and that's a really, really good sign. But high ground advantage, maybe a little bit more helpful. We'll have to see, but so far, Fuku performing subpar.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need Fuku when Saturn's there doing all the damage. I mean, he just
You got a Bastion. You don't need this pharmacy.
Give me the fire. Take the pharmacy down. Come on, Fuku. Play Reaper.
Gold portrait, my booty.
Ooh, damn, throwing shade already. Saturn's gonna get Lime out in this first bit of the fight, and I think that's going to be. Look at how it falls down next.
Lucan actually fell on Fuku's head and was just floating for a second there. Fuku freaked out, shot above him to get that final blow. But again, no real deaths on the side of Plat attack here.
You see this Mercy's really waiting for them to get a pick off onto Saturn, so they know it's gonna happen. Saturn's actually gonna play a little bit more defensively. Sorry, not to play on cart, but going into Tonka time mode to see if they can do some real damage. I absolutely love how Saturn's playing. Saturn is respecting Magi right now, because he knows if he screws up once, Magi's gonna take him out, and that's gonna be the end of the push. But it seems like it doesn't really matter, as Fukumax is gonna take down Magi, allowing Saturn to have so much more mobility, allowing him to relax a little bit, and that's gonna be second point. This is insanely fast.
Yes, very fast, and Goliath showing some pretty decent understanding of Sigma here. One thing you can do with Sigma, a lot of people say that his ultimate is bad because it only does 50% health to a target, so that means that it doesn't really kill a target. But fun fact, you can primary fire while in the target, and floating targets very easy to hit. Two hits of your primary fire direct, 120 damage. The slam is 100, 50% of base. That's 220. That's enough to kill a Baptiste.
Yeah, honestly, it's so huge right now. The immortality build's gonna come out, saving Baptiste and Rinzi Wind, allowing them to have so much more mobility. Maddie's gonna finally take down Fukumask, getting that sweet, sweet revenge. Sorry, Fukumask, sit down, get back in the catcher's box over here. We do see Luckenhaus playing up high, looking for a pick, but the defensive plays, like this sort of like non-aggressive play style that we're seeing from Plat is sort of helping them out right now, while it's not really helping them push the point. It's helping them with that survivability. I'm sort of scared for Strangelove right now. He's gonna get really high charge if they don't do something about it. Bongo's gonna fall down relatively quickly. I just don't see anything coming from them at all. We see Plat attack there. They can be pushed, but I think they're being held down by Saturn right now. I think Saturn's more of an anchor to them.
Ooh, you can see the two twins here. What are they, the brothers who do the housing things? This joke's going right through the window, as you can see. Both these windows going to be put down. Not much gain from either of them, but Fuku and Maggie trade. That's not really favorable for either team right now. I mean, defense gets faster spawns, but they're down right now. And with Timmy down, now they're even further behind.
It's sounding like what I originally thought was a really big, you know, more of a anchor to them. It seems like they have Saturn should really pick off right now. He's not going to, and that's not boding well for this push.
Yeah, really good shield management from Goliath there. One thing that a lot of people, when they start playing Sigma, fail to do is they fail to keep that barrier alive. And while blocking as much damage as possible is good, you want to keep that shield healthy, just like a Rhine shield, because if your Rhine shield breaks, your team dies, and you don't have the option to throw it up at the last second to block a shatter or something.
They come with the Bob right now, but oh, such nice placement. They're actually forced to stop right now. They can do a little bit of damage, but it's not going to be enough to do anything really. They're in this little corridor right now, so they basically told Bjorn that, hey, you guys can't come in this hallway. Have fun. But Bjorn's not going to try to push it. They're just going to do some shield damage, get some shield break in. They really want to play aggressive so they can get up a really big grab like they just did. Although you have to worry that when you're distracted that big, Fuku Bass can just come in the background and do a mass amount of damage, allowing them to get Saturn back on point, and that's what you're really scared. That's what you're really scared about. Saturn getting back on point means the Bastion, once the sailboat sort of starts flying, it's going to get really hard to bring down a few meters left on it, and they're not going to be able to touch it. That's going to be 2 minutes, basically 3. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, 2 minutes, 42 seconds left for Plat Attack here. And really amazed that they managed to work with that bunker comp, that double shield. I really do feel that even though Symmetra, harder to play against a Bastion, still better. I still think the Sim provides a lot of damage, and if you don't think the Sim can work, you have to run a double spam comp. I would argue a Hanzo McCree is almost as spammy as it comes nowadays with his fire rate increase as of late. So a McCree Hanzo there would have been pretty nice. I mean, the Ashe, it provides a lot of damage on grouped targets, but when it comes to shield break, I mean, her reload so slow, and you know she can only fire so fast. I don't like the Ashe pick there. I mean, it was almost as bad as Fuku. This is all this cast. This is all this cast has turned into.
Honestly, and look at Fuku. Do you really think Fuku has enough skill to play Hanzo? I don't think Fuku can aim. I'm gonna bring out the conspiracy right now.
Far as the easiest hero in the game, and Fuku's showing us that even that can be quite a difficulty, even with no hit scan on the enemy side. So definitely Fuku showing us something that I've never seen in my life as a caster. So
poor Fuku getting picked on just because he's a caster that casts you guys. It's mean.
You know, I was
biased.
I was playing comp with Fuku the other day, and he was playing Torbjorn, and you know he was so bad that his turret was missing shots.
What the fuck?
Honestly, Fuku, get your game up. How's your turret miss shots?
Fuku is going to be playing the Hanzo hero with the Reaper. Usually we see this with a Mei, and we see a double shield. Will we see a Sim? Well, we won't see Fuku.
Ooh.
He's not going to get rezzed. It's almost like Fuku's feeding or something. It's crazy. Definitely type a hashtag sandbagging in the chat at FukuMass.
Sandbag, and we'll interview Fuku for you guys. Anyways, continuing this fight, if you take a look at Strange Love right now, not on the Zarya right now, but instead on the Diva, there's sort of 2 ways you can play Diva right now. You can play really flanky, or you can play really aggressive, and it seems like he's gonna take the more aggressive side, going straight into the Orisa, distracting the enemy team, allowing Lime to play in a really aggressive Orisa, which is really what you want to do. The WM1 comp is what they're thinking about right now, but they're not able to get enough picks right now. Luckenhaus is really the only person who's going to be doing enough damage to get a pick off.
Fuku managing to get a singular kill, definitely a growth for this player throughout this map. But as for everyone else doing just about as they normally do, I mean, we're looking at a double shield comp right now. That is asking for Rhine, Zarya, Sim, Brig, Lucio, and then Hanzo. That is the perfect composition to run into this. Fuku gets 2, they're feeding Fuku. They're trying to make him look good.
Fuku.
He's not this good.
They've been bribed by Fuku.
Fuku has managed, he's been listening. He knows what I'm doing. He's trying to tell them to feed. I refuse to cast under these conditions.
So,
anyway, Fugu
continue.
does have that dragon. He's gonna be yeeting that baby in here probably
Yes.
any time now. But half their time is up.
Goyoted right into the
Dragon
enemy
last.
team. Strange Love is going to be able to get out of it, but Lime is going to take the whole front of it, taking Fuku's dragon down the gullet right now, and they're going to play aggressive. This is what I really like to see on an aggressive play set. Play style is what I really love to see. A defense wins a fight, and they just push it.
Yeah, I mean, really, Lime there, just want him to know that I will pay double whatever Fuku did. If you try. No, but seriously, that dragon pretty well placed overall, especially for someone at the skill level of Fuku. Definitely wasn't impressed by that, wasn't expecting it, but stepping right back into that dragon with the halt. Fortify isn't able to get him out, and that's the fight without the main tank.
Yeah, we do see some ults pop out. We do see Bapwall. Dragon, nothing too much. I mean, these both sides are about to get completely yeeted by the halt. I really want to see the aggressive playstyle. Magi trying to get a pick off on the Fugu, but Fugu is doing a little bit too good. Fugu, come on, you're not ready, Lucio, get hit. That is going to be the first fight. Fugu is in a really weird position right now. He's sort of asking to get picked off right now. You do see the Zenyatta balls get chucked around on the sideline, but Timmy is getting some really nice balls out. I mean, they're not really in the right position, but just the fact that he's getting balls out on the aggressive playstyle is what I really love. Seems like we are going to be seeing a little bit of a teeter-totter playstyle right now. We do.
Where's my Sigma mirror?
I don't know what Sigma mirror is. It's not going to be here. We are going to be seeing the Sigma ult come out, not get anyone though. Strange Love's going to take out Saturn. Goliath's going to go in, play a little bit aggressive, get Timmy out. And this is honestly what you want to see from a Sigma. Look, the Sigma's doing so much damage, and the fact Sigma's damage, like you said, 120 per shot. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, you hit both those rocks. 60 per rock, 120 with the combo. Not that hard to hit the combo, especially if you're a projectile player at heart like me. But both of them, just a lot of damage can come out. Not the best rock I've seen this side of the Overwatch map, but either way, a dragon coming in to start the fight. Well, maybe finish the fight since two are already dead.
Yeah, honestly, what I really like seeing with a cleave is what I like seeing with a dragon ult like that is that it cleaved Lime out. Lime was alone for the longest time, although I'm not very happy that Goliath didn't play aggressive on that takeout Lime. As this next fight's going to continue, Batball is going to come up, and we are going to see the Transcendent try to save, try to meditate, but meditate as much as you want. You're going to have a hard time playing it unless the main tanks are down. Goliath going to be taking out that main tank that they were looking for, as they should start playing aggressive, but Bjorn Academy is just like, no, we're just not going to take it right now. Looking how I just want to see Plat play aggressive. Magi going to get a pick off, and this is where we want to start cleaning W. But we do see Bjorn Academy is having a hard time. Maybe their W key, maybe their S key is stuck down.
I mean, I feel that, but definitely, let's just look at this composition from Bjorn. I mean, double sniper with Zen, Baptiste heals, not the best, and then with an Orisa Zarya, almost a forbidden comp since Orisa's release. I mean, it just doesn't work. It's really, really bad. A nice Sigma ult coming out, though.
Saturn! Getting 3 kills on the Magi Moot. And Timmy's gonna fall down as well. This is absolutely insane. Like you said, this Orisa's Zarya comp isn't really working out, but when you have Saturn on the side getting 4 picks in a single, 5 picks in a single fight, I don't think there's any reason to actually keep on running this comp.
I mean, other than the fact the comp is trash, one thing I will say though, they wasted their oh my god, Sig.
Saturn, stop.
They wasted their nano. So their Sigma was at about half HP, a little bit above, and they nanoed him to save him. Now you might say, well, they nanoed to combo the ult. Fun fact, Sigma nano does not actually affect Sigma's ult because it's percentage based. Whether he is nanoed, damage boosted or not, the percent damage that is done is still the same. He will still do 50% base health. So the only reason you nano Sigma is to get that little extra damage in with the melees, the primaries, which, again, 2 rocks would then be doing 180 damage, which is basically a 1 kill on a 200 health target, but doesn't combo with ultimate.
Yeah, and oh my god, so we see the extremely aggressive bomb from Rinzi Wind as she's going to be getting a pick off of the top. Spooky Pants is also going to be starting to show his true color, show that in fact that he might not be bribing the other team as we hit 12 seconds. The other team will start playing this game a little bit more seriously, not playing this really weird amalgamation of comps, but that is going to be the second game to Bjorn Academy.
Yeah, definitely you can see Plat attack doing a very good job holding at the end there. Saturn definitely providing a lot of assistance, and it's like we said, Control, it doesn't tell the story for the entire map. Control is a very different game mode from the other three. The other three have more similarities, having an offense and a defense, whereas Control, you kind of are constantly swapping between attack and defense. Some teams, it just works better for them on Control, but that's one map type out of the other three. Doesn't benefit them as much, so that's why you see a lot of teams, they win Control and then they start to peter out as the series goes on.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, thought I wasn't paying attention because Saturn was so good in that clip. Saturn, he was clicking heads. He wasn't even trying. Like, Saturn just went into God mode right there. Like, started looking into the 5th dimension, being like, I will see where you're gonna be. Already had the crosshairs. That's honestly something that I've been talking about for a while now, is that when you're playing a sniper hero in any game, flicking is the one thing you don't want to do. Flicking is absolutely garbage if you're playing sniper. You want to be able to predict and place your crosshair where you know the enemy is going to be.
Yeah, a lot of professional goats. A lot of professional players who are Widowmaker specialists, one thing that you'll see from their aim if you watch their perspective is that they'll put their reticle a little bit near their target, and when their target begins to move, they then flick to the head. They'll like hang around, like maybe around the head in some way. So I like to flick upright, so I always hang my reticle bottom left corner below their head, so when they move, I can then flick either top left or top right and get that smooth, nice click on the head. Kind of an adjust flick, if you will. And so that's usually how Widowmaker players work. A little bit of tracking, a little bit of flicking, a little bit of both really gives you that nice pinpoint sniper aim, and it can really assist your team a lot. With that slow fire rate, those shots really need to count. Because if you're not hitting the shots, it's not like you hit the next shot, McCree can already fire 4 shots at the time. Widow can fire 2. Maybe 5 shots, I guess, but you really need to make those shots count.
And something that I really want to just bring up along with this, like, if you don't even need to be a good Widow. Like, Widow's kit doesn't help out if you can click heads. If you can click heads, you're doing a great job. You're already a great Widow. Just work on your positioning now. But honestly, if you can only body shot as Widow, and you can only position yourself as well, you're already an extraordinarily good Widow. All you really need to do when you're playing against an enemy team is to tell the enemy team, hey, you have to respect me, because if you don't, I will do damage to you. And all you have to do is hit a body shot, call it out, and then have your team focus fire, and it's over.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, one thing that I know that my Widow, poppiest Widow that I have exactly my damage, only sitting at I think 28 or 2900. Would like that to get that up to 3.2. But my Widowmaker, not the best at the headshots, but I definitely land shots. And really what Widowmaker does, a lot of people think Widowmakers, like, their job is solely to just get headshots and picks. But Widowmaker provides a lot more. She provides zoning, because you don't want to step into her LOS, or she could kill you. If she can basically convince you. One thing that she can kill you, at least. One thing Fitzy said, actually, when doing a Mei tutorial, you might know this, you like Mei. Fitzy is here. One thing he said for Mei is that whenever you're battling a Tracer, always right-click. Because eventually, you should click that right-click on her head, and for the rest of the game, she's going to be scared of you. Widowmaker is in a very, very similar vein to that, saying that really every hero, they don't respect your Widowmaker until you make them respect your Widowmaker. You hit that headshot, you pick them off at a simple peek, and they're never going to peek you again. They're not going to take that challenge, and you don't even have to hit another headshot the entire round if everyone is afraid of you possibly hitting it. The fear tactic is more powerful.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. But as we go into this next fight, I'm sort of sad that we're not going to be seeing Saturn on the offensive Widow. I would love to see that, but they're going for the Ryan, Zarya, Reaper, Mei comp. Absolutely insane. They're going for these sick WM1 comps, which I think we talked about a little bit earlier this week, which I absolutely love seeing. Aggressive playstyle is my style to cast. As we see this first fight unfold, they're having a little trouble getting their first target in hand, but as soon as we start seeing the Saturn play a little bit more aggressive, get behind the shields, get screwed out by Lime, and Lukenhouse also gets a pick off, meaning that this fight's basically already dead. The aggressive style by Magi's May and Hydro is going to be absolutely insane. That's going to be the first game down. First push down.
Yeah, and we can see Impact landing a very nice hook onto Saturn there. Reaper can't shoot. No one can when you're hooked. And that means no lifesteal for Saturn. He gets blown up, down from about half HP, trying to get a little bit of health back off that juicy Orisa, but it's not going to be enough. And it's going to result in lack of damage. Definitely interesting seeing a Ryan Zarya variation. They're swapping over to a different composition. But again, Ryan Zarya, very, very weak tank comp against not Sigma. So we'll have to see how they manage to make this work, especially with no Lucio as well.
Yeah, so they are gonna nail the Ryan, but Magi and Lukenhouse already got 2 picks off, so it really doesn't matter at all. They can have Goliath do whatever he wants. He's not gonna do jack, as the rest of the team is out in the back, not doing anything. Fukumass is gonna be a little bit too aggressive.
Losing a 1v1 with a Mercy Pocket to a Moira. Clip it, ladies and gentlemen, so that we can spam it whenever he casts. But either way, you can see Zarya here on the point, trying to apply pressure, but kind of by themselves, and they're going to get hooked in. They're going to take a lot of damage, drop down to 1. Rins should die here, but there doesn't seem to be enough follow-up.
Yeah, the beam damage is absolutely insane. That's going to be the first... That's going to be the first point down. Absolutely insane. They should have been punished for that so hard. We are going to be seeing Lukenhouse try to pop a dragon, try to get that cleave in to contest, but he knows he's alone. He knows he has no chance, so he might get punished for this. As we see Goliath come in aggressive, try to get Lukenhouse. He's falling down low. 1 HP. He's barely going to make it, as Goliath's going to be the one to get punished now, but also going to barely skirt out of there.
Yeah, both teams not getting those final few hits. The ball swap here, running ball Zarya. Is it good? No, of course it's not. But you've got Graviton and Goliath switching to the Orisa. I'm confused. But I'm assuming they're going to be switching to an Orisa Sigma. No, because Goliath's on the Orisa. They're probably going to swap to like an Orisa Hog or to maybe an Orisa Diva. But for now, you can see running this Orisa just because they want to capitalize on this Grav Dragon with this barrage as well.
Yep.
An early Blizzard, it's going to say, no you don't.
Oh, and that's going to take out Rinzen and as well. Fukuma's going to fall down because he doesn't know how to push down space long enough to fly out of it. But that is going to be this first fight of second point down. And I'm sort of confused why Goliath's playing such a switch-heavy comp.
I mean, definitely, like, the important thing here is that because they ulted early, guess what, guys? Rincewind still on the Zarya. They still have the Grav Dragon, which means this is another push with a not ideal composition because of your main tank. This is why I was very interested in the swap to Orisa. It makes sense in theory, but you need to take a quick fight, and Rin's gonna grab now.
Grab comes out, gets absolutely no one. Maybe Lukenhouse, but the Dragon doesn't hit. Of course, it does get Lukenhouse, but it doesn't matter if the Grab doesn't hit, then the Dragon's not gonna do anything good. And the fact that the Dragon was committed, I think, is the even bigger atrocity right here. They are going to start impacting up your more ults. Fukumass is gonna be falling down, even though he popped Justice, and they put all their beans in this one basket, and it actually might work, which is gonna be even more insane. First tick, as we do see Hydra come in, but Hydra's gonna be picked off because the Zarya beam's just too powerful. We are gonna be seeing Ball come in here, try to do the spin to win, but the Beyblade just is not gonna be working tonight. They're gonna try to come in with a few more things. Magi trying to get a few picks off, but it's not happening. At least Fukumass can apparently hit a few shots. He just turned on his aimbot. We're trying to get into second tick, but it's not happening. The stall comp is too good, as defense is just too close. The spawns are too fast, but Goliath's gonna get a pick off as well as Lime. But the fact that they now have a Sigma is getting things a little bit more nervous. Not even 2 picks, and Magi is gonna start showing off his true feathers, and that is going to be the defense.
Yeah, Magi coming out with the clutch Doomfist. They killed it the first time. Fuku getting extremely lucky that Magi fed to Fuku to try and up his KD there. Unfortunately, Fuku, after that, everyone else refused to feed to him, and so no more eliminations for him. He's going to go down after throwing his Nano and Barrage into basically 1 kill that did nothing. I am a jerk, I know. But, more importantly there, Saturn, Dragon, too low for Rins, but look at the comp! They built Grav and Dragon again! Now they're running the comp again!
They're running it off the optimal comp.
Not good composition! And they've almost got Nano Barrage. We're seeing the exact same push happen, except weirder composition on the defense now. But Magi's gonna get food.
Magi's gonna get
Feeding.
feeding as well as Thunderous. Timmy, look at how it falls down as well. It doesn't matter if you have the grab or not. It doesn't matter because you can't get the push in because you don't have good tanks.
Your tank line's so weird. And guess what, boys and girls? It's gonna be another push with a Zarya and an Orisa just for this dragon. You've got Nano. You've got everything. Goliath actually gonna be switching to the Winston because they've never gotten to switch to the Orisa comp they wanted to because they keep having grab dragon every push. It's
honestly,
oh my god.
They have to Hail Mary right now because as it hit 50 seconds, it's just not gonna happen. 59%. And they should have had it on the last push. But Thunderous is gonna fall down to Magi. You have to respect. We just had a conversation about
beautiful.
How come you couldn't?
Lime had a beautiful halt there, pulled her back into the air, and then they were able to line that headshot up. Now they've got to back up, wait for Thunderous to come back. Someone's got to go escort her. But they've got 5 ultimates, and with Saturn at half HP, if he dies here, that might be the point.
Yeah, honestly, they're gonna try pushing in. Saturn's coming in, almost gets hulked, but is able to shield herself before anything bad happens. Fukumesh trying to get a few picks off the aim, but not gonna help. The grab dragon misses again! It doesn't get anyone! Of course, I think it does get impact. Overwatches, I think it did demech him right now, which not working. They're popping all their ults, 5 ults, and they're only able to get a few more picks off. Now this might be it. We get second point, or we're gonna get third point. Timmy trying to find a way to get back in, but he's not gonna. He's about a C9. Decides to not enough. And that is going to be round 2-0. They don't have any time. They have none.
I mean, a great example of what we call the greedy play. The idea of we have this great powerful combo, which they missed twice, by the way, except somehow Saturn always ended up with a kill. One time the Hanzo literally fell into the dragon. The other time it looked like the mech just a little bit too thick, at least for my liking. But you can see their composition was so weird that entire time. And if they'd stayed Orisa, I don't know that they would have been able to really win that point. Goliath, he gets that Primal Rage off of the Graviton Surge because he provided probably more damage than the actual dragon did. And that actually is what causes them to be able to finish that point out. The boop arounds, the tickling damage, the cleave, and eventually that Primal Rage coming in to just punt everyone either off the point or pack into the spawn, going back into the graveyard, really, 6 feet under. Donkey Kong came to play, and he's definitely performing pretty well on that monkey. But still not an ideal composition. You still wanted a Rhine there with the Zarya, or you wanted like a Diva or a Hog with the Orisa. But they made it work eventually. It's just 2 grab dragon attempts as well as 2 barrages in like 5 minutes is not what we would call ideal.
Definitely. And so looking at this defense comp now that Goliath, Saturn, and Fukumesh are running, do you have any words to say about this before the first fight?
This composition, they're on defense here, so they're running the double shield again. Sim, very, very powerful, especially on this map, because what you can do here is run that Rhine Zarya, Lucio, Brigida, Sim, Hanzo, but you don't have to go into them. You can teleport around back, and then the shields have to come to you. That gives you that setup advantage, and the only thing worse than playing double shield into a Sim that's attacking you is playing double shield attacking into a Sim.
Yeah, look at Magi right now, tries to go in that back line, tries to do some harassment right there, but she's completely stopped by Saturn. Fuku is going to be falling down in this first fight, but you have to realize that not only did Hydra fall down, but Lime did too, so they definitely have to wait. They need to start respecting Thunderous and his right click, because he's really good with his balls, I'm not going to lie right now. I would honestly say that this Rhine Zarya is just only needs a few more seconds before it's going to be absolutely too much to handle on the side of Plat attack, as look how high Zarya is charged. So much damage. As we are going to see Saturn fall down, that means that Magi now has a lot more room to play with. Magi going to take out Savi, and that means that your Anna's down. No more heals. Sorry, buddy. That's just how it's going to be. Rocket Hound trying to find a nice pick on the high ground, but you're going to get halt hooked. Ooh, sorry, you're going to get halted, but not hooked. As this is going to be Bjorn Academy's point, and you just have to think, why are you still running the Sigma? Why?
Yeah, I mean, the double shield, it's definitely something. It looks like Goliath just wanted to play around on the I mean, it's kind of funny, we beg for the Sigma, and then we're just begging for them to swap to something a little bit more conventional, a little bit better against that Rhine Zarya, but you can see the value it has Not really sure what happened to Saturn there. It looked like he was forced off the high ground by Maggie to get that early pick. Shouldn't die to a Reinhardt as a ranged DPS, but nonetheless, enough damage is done. Saturn providing a lot of the damage for his team, especially since Fuku is terrible.
So we are going to be seeing the Dragon come out, trying to get that sweet, sweet cleave off, but no one's looking for Saturn other than Magi, who's going to get the pick off. Now, really, you have to watch Fuku Mask right here, because Fuku Mask is going to be the one who's, I know it's weird, but Fuku Mask is going to be the one who's carrying this point. You really want Fuku Mask, you really want to see Fuku Mask right now get those really nice uses off, and that's exactly what he's going to be doing.
Yeah, Nano wasted on a terrible player, unfortunately. It is enough to scare them out of the point, however. And, you know, Nano the only thing worse than the devil is the devil with a little bit more power. I mean, really, what's worse than Satan glowing? Am I right? Like, that's just scary. That's just flat out scary. But we have EMP, Shatter, and Beat coming in from the side of, what is it, Bjorn or whatever? What is it?
Bjorn Academy.
Bjorn Academy. There we go. A great name, by the way, guys.
Oh, and a huge anti as well. Magi takes out 2 people, and that's going to be it. That fight did not last any more than 5 seconds, and they're all going to be dead, so you know that they're going to get at least 1 tick. They are going to try to play, but the aggressive plays are coming from Bjorn Academy. They can't do anything about it. Oh my god, Daniela gets moved off out of the main thing. 2 ticks. Going for 3. Are they going to be able to get Lucky Outs and Hydra are both going to be doing so much damage right now. They're going to try Fuku Mess is going to try to blizzard it down. Saying, do you like the cold? Well, sorry, Satan. Today's not your day as you're going to be losing this field competition. Going up on the last few points. Tammy is going to try to get this last point thunderous. Bringing in the rain, bringing in the thunder, but the damage just isn't enough. You can try to spin to win all you want, but that is going to be the point. 3 minutes, 33 seconds, and you have to wonder, why were you playing Sigma? But it worked out in the end.
Not for the Sigma team, but yeah, definitely worked out for the Rein Zarya. You can see what I mean, that Rein Zarya pushing through that Sigma. But I mean, let's just talk about it. The play of the match, really. Lime doing his best bumper impression. He just charges. He doesn't even care, and he manages with his Lucio to knock that Zen of Thunderous, knock her right off with trans. So not only could she have gotten to the point, but that boop, that was tremendous. No transcendence to stall. No speed boost for the Zen to get back. Absolutely obliterated, outskilled, outplayed. Beautiful play coming out from Lime. Best part, he didn't charge off. He didn't die. He just hit the wall, and he comes right back onto point, and he just keeps swinging. Definitely, gotta say, Lime performing absolutely beautifully so far this map. A step up from our last map, for sure. It looks more comfortable in this Reinhardt.
Yeah, honestly, if I had to... I love the aggressive play styles. I loved how Magi was playing that really aggressive flank, and now that we're seeing, I think, the most optimal form of Bunker come out, you're playing into Sombra, and I really don't think it's going to work out.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
As we are getting ready for this next push, we do see...
Another Bunker comp.
Yeah, another Bunker comp. I just don't think it's going to work out because we do see Magi on the Sombra. Magi already scouted out. He's like, oh yeah, I'm going to play right. Magi's so happy right now. He's so ready for this. Even though Fuku Mask and Saturn are doing so much damage right now. Well, not Fuku Mask, but Saturn.
That's not going to do anything. Lime. Come on, Lime. That's not going to... What are you thinking, my guy? Lime going to go down to Goliath.
They're having quite a nice time. Really, what they need to wait for is they need to wait for Magi to get EMP, and then it's over.
All they need to do, you just run dive with a Genji Sombra Ana. You get that EMP Nano Blade, you win the fight the moment you build it. You've got 2 minutes 30 seconds, 2 minutes 40 seconds to build that. That's possible. You just run the Winston D.Va. All you do, D.Va goes first, defense matrix, Winston dives right behind her. The Genji goes up. The Ana heals from a distance, farms that nano boost. The Sombra comes in the back, hacks a target, and mows down the tanks. And you've got yourself a win condition, but right now, their win condition is a little bit interesting. It's much harder to execute without those vertical mobility tanks. But they're going to force a rotation.
I think that forcing this rotation is probably the best thing that they could do at the moment. Sombra has a lot more room on this right side as well as the damage can come up, but Saturn's going to get impact Overwatch right now. But Luzo's going to try to get a little boop off. Like I was talking about, Sombra has a lot more... Saturn, stop. You're so good on the Widow, but now you're playing Bastion. I absolutely love it, but it's so dirty.
I mean, as you can see there, Rein Zarya, not exactly what we consider a dive comp. Magi, on that Sombra now, but it looks like Lime going to be swapping over to the Winston. No, they're sticking him on the Ryan. Definitely not a Winston player, I'm assuming, because this is Winston prime time right here. I know it doesn't seem it with the Bastion, but trust me, this is where you want to be. But look at the spy checking coming out from Goliad and from Savily, like both of them shooting everywhere and anywhere just to try and catch this Sombra out. But joke's on you, the Sombra's with the squad, with the boys getting ready for the EMP.
Honestly, they're going in for this next EMP. Imagine, the EMP's gonna come out, takes out everyone! Only Fugamas and Savior are left out, but you guys, guess what? You need to get that BAP right now, or else it's not gonna work out. They do have the coalescence, but the lamp is still up. You have to shoot the lamp! You can't let these mobs live anymore! And it seems like it's gonna not work out, so Osiris is gonna be falling down, but they do have the mercy to res it back up. This is definitely a do or die right now, as Timmy and Hydra are both even trying to do as much work as they possibly can, but Fugamas and Goliad are going to be retaliating with everything they have as well. It's do or die. 42 seconds left, and it seems that Plat is holding steady. They are not quavering, ruining their game at all. Only Diva and Rinsen Wind left, and that is going to be a defend. Absolutely insane. I don't think that Bjorn has another chance.
They're going to have to come in here. They're going to have the biggest bomb in the West here if they're going to try and cap this. Saturn on the Soldier, not that great of a hero, as I have spoken earlier about. But the composition, it's coming together. At the end of the day, Goliad having pretty good understanding of Sigma, considering only been out in competitive play, or at least live, for about a week. But with Lucan down early, this is looking really, really rough for
4 minutes left, and you don't even have your Tracer. It's already over. Lime is trying to do whatever he possibly can. The bomb comes in, but it doesn't get anyone. I know the Soldier is down. I know there's a little bit of hope, but with that hope just got destroyed. This Thunderous Res is Saturn, and this game is already over. Damn, get the double coalescence. And I have to think, okay, they might be able to save this. They only need one tick, and Maggie and Timmy are definitely carrying this right now. When the EMP comes out, Goliad's gonna fall down, and that's gonna be game. They did it. I don't know how.
Timmy, that damage orbs for Moira's very risky, because that's a lot of healing that you're throwing away. I mean, it does a lot of damage, yes, but the healing effect of the orb, the heal orb, is so powerful. Oh, Maggie's gonna take it away. Like I was saying while this goes on, the healing effect of that orb can be so powerful. But when you do the damage orb, you really have to get those kills, and getting both supports with that damage, and then Maggie coming in, clean EMP after killing 2 targets. The ball can't do anything, and that's gonna give them the win. And what looked like almost a draw, that would have been scary.
Yeah.
But now they're on match point. This next point, if they win it, they win the next map, which I believe is hybrid, is it not? It's hybrid.
It is hybrid.
Yeah.
And, we want.
You mean King's Row?
Yeah,
Oh, my apologies. Kings Row. I want to see that. I want to see them run Plat attack. I know these guys. Listen. They're gonna play Blizzard World.
They're gonna play Blizzard World. They have to play Blizzard World. Fuku knows about like the surprise. He has to. Oh, they picked Blizzard World.
No, that's me, dumbass.
Ha!
Stop playing with my heart like that.
You got memed.
Can we kick Thoth
Get
out?
memed.
Can we remove Thoth from I'm sorry, I can't cast in this situation. I'm sorry.
I get casted in these conditions.
I can't cast in this toxic condition. I'm sorry. With these toxic co-casters, I'm sorry.
Yeah, excuse me. Oh, 1 sec.
Uh-oh. He's picking.
Oh, not our
team. Oopsie. He's so confused. We do want. So, what do you want to see coming out from these teams in this map? in this map, or not in this map, but like in this next? Do you want to see some? Do you think Platak should stop playing this Sigma? Because like, as much as I want to see the Sigma, as much as I love this Sigma, I just don't think it's working out for them.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the Sigma, it's a really good pick. You don't run it with a double shield. They haven't run a Sig Zarya. They haven't run a Sig Ball. I know Rins. He can play ball. He can play Zarya very well to a diamond level. I mean, it's definitely something that it's not out of their wheelhouse. So it's such a better Sigma composition. And so to keep running this double shield Sigma, it's like, yes, it's a Bastion comp. Yes, it's a bunker comp. Fuck.
Are they actually running Blizzard World?
No, they're going Kings Row.
Of course. Wait, no. Did they just go into? Yeah.
Scuffed scrims. Scuffed opposing team. It
Honestly.
seems.
Oh, we thought.
This is a
a
bro moment.
moment.
Shut up, Fuku. Learn to aim.
Honestly, if we had to rate the players, I'm sorry. If we Fukumaz is Z tier, Saturn like S tier, but I would only let Saturn play Widow.
I mean, honestly, I don't think even like there's any Overwatch League DPS who can really bring this game back with Fuku in. It's very unfortunate that Plat Attack is limited in the way they are. Definitely want to be thinking about finding a new projectile player. Give me my Fuku back. This is not a cry for help.
You know
But
what's
either
the
way,
worst part of this is that Fuku cannot lash back to you guys because neither of you are on a team here for him.
believe
to do
me, if he casts the next game, he can. I'm sure there will be a cast in the future, one of those special tournaments that are coming up. Ooh, exciting. But where Fuku will cast me into a dark alleyway. But a bit of a begone thought, if you will. But definitely, we're seeing again a double shield
Yeah.
with the set.
So
On defense, we've got a Rein Zarya because Lime is a Rein player.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a Moira Lucio because Timmy has a really good Moira. You see the brains, you see the plays coming through, the DPS playing what they're comfortable on, and then we go to Plat Attack and we see 2 shield.
Yeah.
What face?
I thought Saturn was gonna play Symmetra for a second. I thought that was gonna be so good, but he is gonna be trying to counter Fuku Mass right now. Not Fuku, sorry. He is gonna be trying to counter Looking House right now. But as his first fight sort of rages on, you have to wonder the beams are just too powerful. Is this double shield comp really going to work? I mean, Strange is going to absolutely go off on Zarya. I can already call it. But Goliath, I'm so worried that this comp is going to work out as the first charge comes in. You need to watch out, but Lime's actually going to be the one getting taken out. It's going to completely opposite from what we thought they were going to be. The what face, the Lenny face bind, the Lenny bind should be coming up from Fukumask right now, as only really Hydra is left, and that's going to be the first point gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no idea what just happened there. That should never happen, but more importantly, Mad Lime over to the Orisa. Oh god, Orisa Zarya, not again. And we see the Beam Bros coming out against that double shield. This won't be lasting that long, especially with Saturn down early. Now you don't have the flashbang to deal with the Symmetra. And Fuku, by the way, on Genji, already has Blade. Don't know how they fed him that much all charge.
No, he just paid Jeff to help his percentage a little bit.
Yeah,
gonna
definitely
be
one of
seeing
the more washed-up players.
Yeah, honestly, but these beams are just too powerful. You have to respect the beamage, because if you can't, then you're gonna get taken out by this extremely aggressive team. And like I always say, aggressive is the best. Doesn't matter how many ults they have right now, but Magi and Strangelove, the Beam Bros, will be taking you down the dark alleyway.
I mean, let's just say it now. This comp is going to be called the Tri-Beam Bros. I mean, or something like that. The Triple Beam Bros, even though they're all girls. I don't know. But either way, I mean, it's Mucho Beam. It's Mucho Beam. That dragon isn't. Oh god!
The dragon's huge. Doesn't matter. And Fuku's not gonna get anything off of the. Oh my god! Fuku popped his Blade, but didn't get anyone. As the Powerpuff Girls comp is just too good.
I like it. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of harassment for this. I don't know.
I never realized that the 3 females are the Beam characters. I never even noticed that before.
I know, right? The 3 non-gun females, the 3 Beam heroes are all females. It's interesting. Rins
do you see the Sigma
gets through one shield.
Honestly, the shield's too big. Doesn't matter how many shields you have. But look at this Symmetra. Maggie's gonna be doing absolutely massive amount of damage as well with Lime. Doesn't matter. You can try. You can try Goliath, but the Winston is not gonna work out here as the Powerpuffs are just too powerful.
Yeah. Finally, we get to see the power of Sim against double shield. Yes, Goliath is on the monkey. Yes, technically he has a barrier, but it's not really a shield. It still charges her beam. And what's more important is that when it does charge her beam, it doesn't take ammunition. It actually gives her ammunition. So her power, she doesn't stop firing while shooting into shields. So there is no reason for her to not beam into shields, because she can just charge to level 3 so quick, and at that point you're burning everyone.
They do pop dragons, but it's not gonna get anyone. Fuku, you guys. Oh, yeah, that's not Fuku. That was Saturn. Oh, oopsie, sorry. Saturn gets an absolutely made. Saturn pops a dragon, but it just doesn't hit anyone off right there, as he's gonna get taken down by Hydra. And the beams are just. Zarya's already so high charged. You guys think this is not gonna work out for them at all? As we do see Luck and House is going to be taken out. Ooh, actually, Rinson wins and get taken out. Luck and House right there.
Baby Diva.
Baby Diva, too good. Honestly, I'd play Baby Diva if she was a standalone character.
Yeah, I mean, right there you can see a lot more healing on the side of Bjorn Academy here. The Moira just... The piss is strong with this one, as Overwatch players like to say. A lot of healing coming out of her hands. And really, the fights kind of are in her hands when it comes to the sustainability that she provides. Even her ult kind of is a little bit better than Mercy's in some cases.
Okay, they're going for sustain. They go for sustain. They're able to get Strangelove and Lime out, so both things are down, but you still need to watch out for Magi. Magi has a huge shield right now, and depending on how Magi plays is going to depend on the rest of this game. Depending on how he plays right now, can whether he's going to be falling down. Magi, no. This is a short out for them though, as the card is slowly inching off the second point. It depends on if they're going to decide to contest, but it seems like they're not going to decide. They're going to decide to contest, but be a little bit too slow. Oh, they're going to make it though. 2 mirrors left to go. Grab comes out. The damage is going.
Oh, it's huge.
It's absolutely huge.
Yeah, a nice grab dragon, a nice recontest there. I don't even think Plat attack thought that one was coming, but Sim Teleporter, it's got a lot of power. Oh, they didn't even use Sim Telly. That was just a nice, good old-fashioned speed boost coming out from Thunderous. And they're swapping over to the Ana, which means Fuku probably not going to sit on his Pharah for too much long. Never mind, Thunderous over to the Mercy. So some player switches on the heroes coming out. But more importantly there, Strange and Lime. Both of them. Bad tank comp. Zarya, 3 minutes to charge ult in winning fights. It doesn't work, and they're still on this. It doesn't make sense to me.
The dragon comes out. We do see Primal come out off as well from Goliath, which I don't really like seeing it come out so early in a fight, but it's gonna come out anyways. We do see Warp happening, but it just doesn't seem like it's working. Strangelove's gonna be able to get a pick off as well as Magi, and that's the fight. The beam damage and the DPS is just too good. It doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, the other thing that we should talk about with beams, Diva, terrible into beams. Terrible. What? Because her defense matrix, it doesn't eat melees and beams. So you're looking at their team. Look at the things that Diva actually eats. Zarya beam, Zarya beam, it would go through. Sim beam, it would go through. I know they've swapped off Sim, but still. Moira goes through. Hanzo shots, eaten. Lucio, kinda. It's like the Diva's not that great an effect.
Oh, they got 2 picks off on Strangelove and Magi, which is the main part of their DPS. With Boo Boo Mats coming out and the Cold Lessons coming out, it's gonna be really close if this game can end right now. Thunderous is gonna be falling, Souls are falling down, but the Cold Lesson is not gonna be long enough to do that much damage as the fight rages on. You have to wonder, is Magi gonna be coming back, and is Strangelove gonna be coming back as well? The contestant is continuing, but it does not matter. The damage on the side is too big for Magi. He's playing Widow, so he doesn't even need to be that close. All he needs to happen is Lime and Strangelove need to be able to do so much damage, and Strangelove so high charge. You have to think, how is Strangelove living this long? How is Strangelove living that long, and is this fight gonna continue as Timmy decides to stay on point, bring in the
He's still up.
Damage right now?
He's gonna get the mech. No,
I don't understand how they living this long. They're gonna continue the fight as well. We do see the nuke come in, and the spin win comps come out from both sides, but this fight's just going on for so long.
And we see now the chakra balls swinging back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth around the payload as they're just trying to figure out. They're trying to clean up still, but now it's another whole fight because of how long this took. That D-Mech, that bomb getting nothing, and that is going to be eaten by Goliad, swapping over to the off-tank roll, off that main tank roll, and that might seal it here because that was a lot of aggression coming out to capitalize on nothing.
Yeah, honestly, we do see mines come out as well. Gonna check out Strangelove, who was really in need of being taken down if they wanted to continue that fight. Timmy's gonna fall down victim too. Are we gonna see Lucio fall down? Ooh, Lucio's gonna fall down to Fuku Mass, who must have bribed him somehow, but that is gonna be 1 minute left to push. That contender was so long.
Yeah, that was a very long stall, unfortunately in overtime, so it's not going to affect the time bank at all, but a minute 30 to finish last is already kind of crappy when you're going into this trying to finish out strong. I mean, we're talking about an overtime push at best here, and with Saturn dead early, I mean, you can't push this, you have to back up. We'll have to see if anybody's able to get out. Fuku, he's trying to feed.
Thunderous! Oh my god! Thunderous sacrificed himself to Fuku, but Fuku still falls down. And the aggressive plays by Bjorn Academy is absolutely huge. They're going to continue with this aggressive play. They're going to continue playing. The Hulk Hook's going to come out, grab Diva, and shove his load up. Do a lot of damage. Do a lot of damage to Diva right there. And they're going to try to play a little bit more aggressive. 30 seconds left on the point. As the news comes in, it's only going to get Lime out. And you have to wonder, Bjorn Academy really has to start backing up. That's Lukenhaus down as well. And that's 30 seconds left to try to push his cart.
This aggression, definitely a very good idea because it gives you another fight, but not if the staggers are this bad. Being so far behind, if they die at this spawn here, that's someone who is not in the next fight, but it looks like they're all going to be able to get through. But are they going to be able to get through the blade coming out from Fuku, as he's going to get hooked and dead because he's feeding?
2 minutes. Whoa! 0.3 minutes left. 1 second. They're able to get into overtime, but are they able to win this fight? Coalescence comes out, and Strangelove, he's trying to get a hit off, but it's not happening at all. The overset is just too powerful. The healing is too much, and Goliad is not going to fall down at all. We do see Sand out. We do see Dragons come out as well, but not enough damage, not enough pressure. Strange is going to be a pick off on the Lukenhaus as well, and this game is seeming like it's over. 0.03 meters, but the Lucio and Fuku match are just contesting. Overtime ticking down, and that is going to be it. So close. So close.
That's as close to a Pepe hands as you can get when it comes to Overwatch Kings Row. But 'tis the game. Very, very difficult to really finish out the map with such a small time bank. And, you know, they actually almost did it. To their credit, able to punish that aggression, get some staggers, almost took a 65 and won it, but Fuku, he just gets wrecked. I mean, we predicted it, knowing Fuku is the bane of this team's existence right now, but, I mean, that blade, that was right in front of a Roadhog, that hook comes through. Fuku botting out a little bit, and that's the first thing that I've said critical of him. That's actually true! I mean, when I criticize Fuku legitimately, it hurts me, but I have to, because it is my job as Big Brain Caster. Either way, one thing that I want to say there, other than the fact that I think you said something that you're not allowed to, and your mic censored you and cut out, which was hilarious to me. Other than that, or at least it didn't finish, so it was taken out of context.
No, I had to stop myself. I stopped myself.
But either way, we're seeing coming out from the offense. Now, look at him. He's already on the sim. He knows what's happening. And we can see, we know what's happening. It's a double shield Bastion composition. How do you break this? Well, you can still run what we call the Bunker Breaker or the Cancer Crusher, which is that Symmetra Genji Ana playing around an EMP Nanoblade, kill everybody. Very, very effective against just about every Cancer comp because they're not moving anywhere, so pretty easy blade. But we'll have to see how these shields work. Would have been kind of cool if Goliad had thrown his shield all the way out there to block Sonic.
Lukenhaus is very doing some shield damage right now, but it doesn't matter that much as we are going to be seeing them teleport to the back of the point.
That's a beautiful rotation.
You can't rotate through that. Goliad's falling down first as Orisa tries to continue this fight, but it doesn't matter. Maggie's going to be leveling up, honestly. The fact that she can go up from shield is absolutely insane, and that's going to be the first point down.
Thunderous probably has gold damage right now on this round so far with the amount of death that her team had there. I mean, let's be real. Sim, very powerful beam against those shields. We're seeing another weird composition with this Winston to try and counter the Sim. It just doesn't work. The sustain is too much. The monkey can't cut through. But, Rins is dead here. Oh my gosh, this is really bad. But again, even though these fights going back and forth, and this isn't even a fight, you can see the power of the sim. Even that rotation, such a big brain play. Probably one of the biggest brain plays we've seen. I mean, Lime had that nice charge, but that TP, that's what we're gonna call the team play of the match there. And look, they can even use it just to get back faster.
It's absolutely insane. We do see the Winston come off from Goliath, but like we said, it still charges up Magi. It doesn't matter. Like, you can try, but you can't hide from the expert beam as Goliath tries. He's in the back line. He's trying to do some harassment, but it's just too good. He does get lucky now. I'll admit, he does get Hanzo out right there, but it doesn't matter as Magi's damage is just too much.
The 3 beams!
Up with Coalescence. It's too good. The Powerpuff Girl comp is meta right now, and you have to respect it.
I mean, honestly, I just thought we should call this the Ghostbusters comp, because they just crossed the streams there to finish that fight out. This is going very one-sidedly. The beams are too powerful for Plat attack to break, and this is now my favorite composition in the game.
Honestly, it's too good. Second point.
The Ghostbusters comp.
And Goliath's gonna fall down as well. You're too aggressive, Goliath. What are you doing?
Again, like we saw at the beginning of that previous fight, Goliath, he leaps in to get that Primal Rage, he puts his barrier down, and then he leaps out because he doesn't want to pop it quite yet. But I mean, when you look at it, he just gave Sim tier 3 beam. For nothing. No damage, no threat, no pressure, no potential death, nothing. They just got tier 3 beam, and you can just run over the Orisa with that. It's really, really bad play to run this double shield, and their composition... still bad with this Zarya Orisa, but it's better now.
Yeah. Did they just high noon into no one? That's a little bit of a weird play right there. Saturn trying to do some damage, but Fuku, Mass, and Saturn are already about to fall down. They are able to get yep, that's the fight down. So they were able to finish it up, but they are gonna nano their
He missed everything!
Oh, wait a minute, but they're coming. Strangelove and Lime are absolutely carrying this fight right now. Strangelove is so high charge, he's gonna come and do so much damage. Strangelove stayed a little bit too aggressive. I'm not gonna lie. That was a little bit too aggro, even for me.
Strangelove really should have conserved that energy there. That's so valuable, but the real story here, Fuku got nanoed and missed every shot. Hashtag Fuku is sandbagging, hashtag Fuku is throwing. I want to see it on Twitter, even though I don't have Twitter.
I'll post it just for you.
You make it happen. You make it happen for me. Fun fact, by the way, Zarya Bubbles also do the same thing as shields. Doesn't cost ammo.
Magi takes out Goliath. The dragons do come out from both sides. Look at how it's gonna fall down. Magi and Lime are gonna follow suit. They walk straight into it. How did that? They didn't even see the dragons. They just walked into it. What was that? What was that?
It was what we call rough. At least that's what my dog calls it. Either way, it's definitely not an easy thing to watch, a little sore on the eyes. But what matters here is that they've got 3 minutes, 40 seconds to push this through. They've got 3 ultimate abilities, may not have Dragon now, but they do have Shatter, they have Beat, they have Grab. Honestly, with the payload this close, I really would have liked to see a Sombra swap because Sombra is so good at like really solidifying at least one fight.
And that's Fuku mess down, sandbagging already so early in the fight. They are aggressive with that, but I don't think that even came out. They tried going at, but I think Hydra couldn't get that. That was a nice.
Yeah, we saw some pretty spiffy play coming out there, but unfortunately the Beat, very aggressive, gets flashbanged by Saturn, saving his team possibly from just too much sustain, and with Fuku somehow managing to land an actual shot on Hanzo, parallel to what we knew of him before. I mean, the fight, it's stalled a little bit longer now, but they're still going to push in, still going to take the space that's given to them, get that aggressive hold, try to build up this Shatter again. They still got Grab, and now they've got Dragon.
Yeah, Grab Dragon's almost coming close. We do see High Noon coming out, but Saturn's only able to get lucky now. Lime's going to fall down next, and this fight's already over. They can't play aggressive right now.
Yeah, you're down your main tank, you're down the Dragon, now you don't have anything. But more importantly, he died so quick, he didn't build Dragons. He has to poke a little bit more now. And we see this weird battle between Magi going on in the back with Fuku, but Magi doesn't have a team.
Yeah, Magi.
And that's a late stagger.
Hashtag Magi sandbagging.
Honestly, I think both of them sandbagging together, something about being a Shimada just doesn't seem to be as honorary as we might think. Hey, they're running Shimada comp.
Oh,
I just realized that. They also are running Orisa Zarya, which is terrible. And why are both teams running Orisa Zarya? This isn't a good comp.
Your brain's too big that it's actually just like hurting you right now.
Like, it's not good. The Orisa doesn't benefit from barriers. You don't get energy, but I guess he is going to be sailing high with that Fortify. One of my favorite mechanics in the game is going to have to be when you make Crystal, for you at
and
least.
when the grab dragon comes out,
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
It was too close. He was too
What?
close. The dragon missed the
was
grab and barely
insane.
was able to get Magi.
oh my God! Mad's gonna be the only one falling down, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter at all because they're still gonna play so aggressive and uptight, meaning that Saturn and Goliaths are gonna be able to get picks off.
I mean, let's just start a counter already. That's 3 Grav Dragons messed up, 4 Plat attack. Definitely not the best showing I've seen of any team, really. That's not the hardest ult combo to get off, but we'll see if the other way it's just as difficult. Doesn't seem so.
Magi's gonna be able to take down Fuku Mess right there, but the fight is.
Oh, I like this.
Magi's looking for some pinatas to pop back in here, but Goliath's gonna be taking it out. As this is now possibly the fight to end it all. They were able to hold for 5 minutes. That's absolutely insane, but Lucky House is looking to end this right now. There are only 2 tanks left. They do pop down the beat. Rins and Winds fall down, and now you're looking at Goliath. He's gonna be falling down to the aggressive plays. They're gonna have to come out sooner or later. Saturn's gonna be trying to do whatever he possibly can. Only gonna get take down Lime right now, but you have to look for the high ground. They're running Doom Fist. If I knew any better, I said that was a bad pick. But if Fukumat's gonna be able to pick down Magi, and now you have to wonder a few more meters. 5, 4, 3, and they don't see 9. They're able to hold a few more. 1 meter left to go. You need to look down for Strange and Hydra. You need to pop this off right now. Dragon comes in, but it doesn't get anyone.
It's too far!
As the Lucio's the ones to be holding right now. The house being insane. As Lucky House, they're only looking for the Zarya, the Ana, and a few more. And that is gonna be game.
Imagine that 0.03 meters is gonna cost Plat Attack another attempt. That 0.03 meters will cost them the series. As Fuku feeding a little bit too much, in my opinion. They're already full, Fuku.
And the grab dragon.
Grab dragon it landed.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I think that last grab dragon that Fuku missed was just pure chance. I think that was not even like a miss. That was just unlucky.
Yeah, definitely that dragon there. Nice dragon coming out from Lukenhaz, but Fuku's dragon, honestly, a little too close to the payload, trying to just get that onto the point, kill anybody trying to contest it. It is overtime, and if nobody's contesting the point, it burns down, and the longer that it's in overtime, the quicker it burns down, and if that dragon had really been just a little bit more on point, and I literally mean like on the objective when I say on point, then that dragon would have possibly cost a C9. But overall, pretty good series from both of them, but Plat Attack unable to bring it back. Still getting a map, so not a complete burnout, but you gotta bring my boy in here.
Bring Fukumas in here. He doesn't have a choice. He doesn't have a choice. Absolutely great game. Well, we did see the Sigma, and I think this is the first time I've been like, yeah, can you guys not play Sigma right now?
It felt like that was a lot of it, though, just like, the Sigma, you're not running it in the comps that makes sense. The tank comp, like, you're just kind of throwing Sigma in because it's another shield. Like, why run Sigma over a Reinhardt? I guess it has range, so it's like a little bit better than Reinhardt, but it's still like, why are you running a Sigma Orisa? You're opening yourself to a counter. You're opening yourself to that Symmetra counter, and a beautiful rotation coming out. So definitely some decent performance, but I mean, let's be honest here, the best thing that came out of this entire thing was the Ghostbusters comp.
I'm gonna call it Powerpuff Girls. You can call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls just sounds so much better in my eyes. I can just imagine Bubbles doing some mighty coalescence right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't watch the show because at the end of the day, it's a story about a scientist who's all alone trying to create 3 little girls.
Thanks for ruining it. Thank you for ruining it.
I can't watch it. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much for ruining that show for me. Please put in chat Thoth God ruins shows.
Almost as bad as Fuku ruins wins.
Please. Okay, so it seems like we're gonna have Timmy, then Savvy, and Fuku in for some interviews. And honestly, I don't have big brains right now, so why don't we just have Thoth God come in and ask Timmy, who just joined? Why don't you say hi, Timmy?
Hello.
So why don't we have Thoth God tell you a few questions?
All right.
Timmy, I want you to know that as an off support player, you an off support or main support? I don't know how your team fills the Moira.
Yeah, I'm off support.
As an off support player, I respect your Moira play
Thank you.
beyond that of other roles. Legitimately, pretty good Moira play. I mean, a lot of Moira, they tend to shift forward and die and feed, and they do too much damage, but you were definitely very focused on that healing, and you were able to throw those damage orbs out a lot of the time to get those final kills. I mean, you probably know the exact moment I'm talking about.
Yeah,
on
of course.
that. Yeah, I mean, Volskaya, we thought it was lost. It wasn't looking that good, but that double support kill with that ball, I mean, they were just so much more damage. But my question for you is, how has that transition? Have you had a transition to Moira? Are you a Moira player? How has that been?
Yeah, well, before I was playing Moira, I was pretty much a Zen one trick. Like during Goats, I was on Zen like 99% of the time. But I've always played a little bit of Moira, like, you know, just from time to time. So I kind of had the base mechanics down, but I hadn't really played her in a team environment before, so it's been kind of stressful, but it's worked out well.
Yeah, I mean, you can see really the effects of Moira putting out so much healing and can put out a surprising amount of damage if you don't respect the beam. I mean, the other thing that I really have to talk to you about is you guys are running a Zarya, Sim, Moira composition. 3 girls, 3 beams. Do you have a name for that composition?
No, we kind of just came up with it on the spot. We didn't, I mean, like, we came up with the comp on the spot. We didn't, like, have it pre-planned, so.
All right, well, I want to ask you, which name is better? Do you think Powerpuff Girls, or do you think Ghostbusters is a better name for that composition?
Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, I like Powerpuff Girls. I think that's a good name.
Ah!
I don't like him. Get him out of my
Get beat down!
I can't win at everything, I guess. My brain wasn't able to tell the future, but and right before, I want to have one last question and then hand it to my co-caster. But you lost your second map. It wasn't that bad, but you were able to win your next 2 maps, and King's Row looked a little rough at third point, but first and second point, that rotation, beautifully done, beautifully executed on King's Row, playing around that bunker much better than we did on Volskaya, definitely. And I was wondering, how are you able to get your mentality back, keep the team positive after losing that game on Assault?
Well, we were kind of just telling ourselves that.
Sorry.
Well, when we played Plat Attack on our last match, and they had picked Dorado in the match that we played before, and they won that, so we knew that that was their best map, and that's like they were practicing on the map, so we just kind of told ourselves that like that's their best map, we can pick the next one, and we've played a lot of Volskaya, so we were able to just sort of collect our mental, because we knew that if we just played how we played in the last match, oh my god, that voice crack. If we played how we played in the last match against them, we would be able to come on top. So we did.
Yeah, definitely. Anything from you, bite me.
Honestly, all I have to say is thank you for picking Powerpuff Girls. I was about to ask that question too. That's honestly, I don't have any questions to ask because you stole my question.
Well, that's fine. So, Tim, you said you scrimmed them before this matchup. Is that what, or are you saying a previous match?
Our last match of the
in
season.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So, beyond Dorado, is there anything that you guys had wanted to do ahead of time, or expected them to come into this game and made preparations for besides the Dorado thing?
Yeah, well, they did pick Blizzard World in the match we played against them, and it was kind of close. So we expected Blizzard World instead of King's Row, and we're really good on King's Row. So we were kind of happy when we saw that, but we were expecting Blizzard Worlds.
So would you have thought the fight could have went differently if they did pick Blizzard World, or are you guys not very versed in the map?
Yeah, we have not played very much Blizzard World, so it might have been closer for sure.
Well, it's good to know. For the next time, they should pick Blizzard World, not King's Row. But it's
Yeah, but we're gonna try to scrim a lot of Blizzard World and get better on that map.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Blizzard
I'm
World.
very amazed. Oh, mic here?
You're breaking up. You're very what?
Whoop. There we go. I am really amazed that not a single team decided to scrim solely Blizzard World for that one pick. That because everyone else is playing Kings, no one else plays Blizzard World. Yeah, I feel like that's like a free win. But either way, I just wanted to say that I'm sad.
Is there anything anybody want to shout out or something you want to say to anybody on stream there, Mr. Timmy, before we let you go?
Oh yeah, I just want to say that if you are familiar with Franker Face Z and those emotes, I am actually the creator of 3-Head, which is a very popular emote. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I'm kind of famous. I'm actually kind of famous, so.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I'm
So,
kind of a big deal.
You created the 3-head emote?
Yes, I did.
Wait a minute,
Where
I don't,
is
even know that, I don't even know what that looks like.
It's basically like 4-Head, which is like the global emote, but it's like the head smaller, and it's missing a tooth. That's what it looks like.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service. To
Thank
this.
you for your
welcome.
interview and your service of the 3-head.
Thank you, thank you.
We'll see you later on in the tournament. We'll see.
All right.
I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to look at the thing real quick. I don't know who you play next. Do you know who you play next?
I believe we're playing Cream Team,
Okay, that sounds right.
That'll be a fun matchup.
which we lost to. It was our only loss, so.
Which is funny because they're the Bastion main team, right?
Yeah.
Well, definitely
Yeah,
that
that's
rotation.
pretty
If you do what you did on King's Row, I think they're gonna have to play a little bit more than Bastion to beat you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. We're gonna get Mr. Fukumas in here, and he can actually defend himself.
Alright.
Thank you so much, Timmy.
You're welcome.
Actually, he can join himself, but I'm gonna drag him in anyway. Let's see, where is he? He's not even here. Fuku!
He's in the general voice below us.
Ah, I see. Alright, now Fukumas, you can defend yourself. They were BM you hardcore on stream, man.
All right.
Oh no.
So, a lot of the maps, I saw a lot of Pharah. I saw a
Yeah.
lack of hit scan on their side, but I saw a lot of Pharah dying, and I really have to ask you: are you comfortable on Pharah? Did they force you to play Pharah? I don't know if you're like maybe you play a lot of Lucio. I'm not.
Okay, I
I'm not
feel
sure.
like I'm being BM times. This isn't fair, dude.
You think this is bad? You should have listened to the VOD.
Well, I'm 100% gonna listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it. Nah, honestly, to be completely honest, like, I'm just tired, and I know that's such a bullshit excuse,
Excuse me.
but it's
This
all
is-
I have.
This is a child-friendly stream.
Oh, sorry.
Please
Bull
restrain,
there.
Mr. Feeder.
Sorry.
I have another
bullshit.
question I have for you because I'm not gonna let you actually defend yourself.
Okay.
Another question I do have is you guys ran a lot of double shield, but you still insisted on running heroes that don't work with double shield. And I was really interested, what was your thought process going in saying, I'm going to play pharmacies to draw healing away from my core?
I was told to go Pharah.
Do you agree with this decision?
I mean, it depends on which map we're talking about.
You're being recorded.
I'm fully aware of this. I mean, like,
Alright, well, let's move to another question because again, you're not allowed to defend yourself.
oh, okay.
Another question I have for you is you guys, you do like that double shield bunker. This is an actual question, I swear. You did
Okay.
run that double shield bunker, which is very, very hard countered by the Symmetra, but you guys did a decent job at dealing with the Symmetra throughout most of the maps. The third map, Symmetra kind of got the best of you guys, but overall I felt that you did a good way, found a rhythm of dealing with that Symmetra, and since double shield seems really, really bad, you didn't really run a lot of Sigma Zarya, which is what we often see as a Sigma composition. So I was kind of interested with Sigma Zarya being countered by Rein Zarya kind of getting run over, and you guys running a lot of Sigma Orisa, which is countered by Sim. That Rein Zarya Sim kind of just crushes your comp. How are you able to really put up a fight in those matches?
Honestly, I think the main reason why was just because of our DPS picks, weirdly enough. Like, believe it or not, that Barret, it may have been a bad
Don't
choice.
flatter yourself.
No, hey. Finish here, Buster. Okay, that Barret and Hanzo pick actually did help us because, you know, we could just outrange the Barret. That was kind of the whole point of it. And I don't necessarily agree with running Barret, you know, with double bunker. But, you know, hey, it worked out kinda, so...
I mean, I don't agree with it, but I'm only the big brain caster. That's not much. Bite me, any harassment that you would like to throw at him?
So, just as a general knowledge, who is the strat caller on your just so I know, like I'm not gonna call him out or anything, but who is the strat caller on your team?
Honestly, it's kind of a mix of like Savvy and Goliath in my opinion. Thunderous helps out a little bit, but Savvy and Goliath tend to be the main ones who are calling the strats, you know, calling for switches, things like that.
Well, they actually had a lot of really good calls, and I do like how even like you were told to play Pharah, you didn't like even though you thought it was not the best choice, you didn't you still played it because you should like that's how I feel games should go. Like you should talk about the game after and not argue during the game. So
Yeah.
was there anything going through your head? It's all like maybe we should try something else during like the some of the game.
I mean, I feel
Did you
like
tell
that's
them it wasn't working?
I feel like that's kind of like, you know, a part of every game, to be fair, you know, like, if something doesn't work, then, you know, somebody needs to call it out and kind of talk about it, just quickly be like, okay, what do they have? We switch to insert thing here to counter insert thing here, right? And, you know, that's just the nature of Overwatch, rock, paper, scissors. It's really just that simple.
Yeah, definitely. I would recommend as well as you, but also both of these teams and any team that wants to improve or use the new Sigma to listen to my rant after the first map, because I am a god. No, but seriously, I gave a rock, paper, scissors explanation to all of the tank combinations. My one tank combination that I hate is Orisa Zarya. It's kind of been considered bad for a while. And you guys were on Volskaya. You were sticking with the Zarya, switching to the Orisa. I assumed you were switching to a Diva or a Hog after for halt hooks or just for that bunkery kind of composition. You were running, but you stayed that Zarya because you had that Hanzo ult. So you could do that grab dragon combo. The fight went so long after using it, and you ended up losing it, that you built another grab dragon, and you held it for so long that all of a sudden what seemed like one push with 5 minutes remaining turned into another push with 1 minute remaining, still running this Orisa Zarya. And you guys kind of just decided on Kings as well as Bjorn, that this Orisa Zarya was a composition that you felt comfortable in. And I was wondering if that is due to comfort picks, or if that is an actual compositional strat that you, at least as on the Plat Attack team, feel is a valuable resource for you to use.
Now, honestly, I don't think we really practice the Orisa Zarya all that much. I do think that's kind of a comfort pick kind of thing, or maybe like a specific situation kind of thing. I'm not fully sure why we continue with it for so long, to be completely honest, but, you know, I think that just kind of came down to miscommunication on our part, you know.
I mean, like, I could definitely see the greed wanting to get that dragon, and you finally got it off. You built another one, and I mean, it's so hard to pass up, you know, when you finally get that dessert, you eat it, and then you see the dessert again. It's so difficult for you to not just grab that one as well. So definitely, it's difficult to call those swaps. But overall, you guys played pretty well. Definitely gave Bjorn some extremely close games. I mean, we're talking 0.03 meters is the difference on King's Row from you guys having another shot at bringing us to a 5th map. And the other maps were very close as well, almost bringing it to a tie on Volskaya. I don't think I've seen this close of a matchup in a while. So definitely props to you guys. Definitely not what I would call the inferior team. And Bjorn, apparently very, very good team in the division. So congratulations to everyone except Fuku.
Oh, okay. Man, you got
Definitely.
bullied, you know that?
Definitely performing well. Stop talking into a conch shell. Thank you.
Poor
But
Fuku.
either one. Soldier, any harassment that you would like to provide, or are you the nice guy?
I'm the nice guy. I'm always the nice guy. I appreciate you, Fuku. You're an excellent player, individual, and caster, and I find you to be an extremely amazing person.
Why can't
That's
you
not a
be
question.
Like Soulja, dude? Why
That's
can't you
not
be like Soulja?
See, I'm allowed to do this because I'm his casting duo when he decides to cast. So I can harass him like this.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
no,
And then he brings me behind after the cast and be like, why were you so mean to me?
being
He's
so
gonna
mean.
use... I swear if you call me, just watch the VOD.
Embarrass me on stream, will you? How dare you?
Now I'm not gonna do a tournament for Revolution, and if I'm playing in it and wanting to your casting, I'm just gonna be like, I'm sitting this one out.
Yeah, fuck that big bully,
Who's
dude.
casting that, guys? Oh, alright. I guess I'm out.
Yeah, honestly.
Why are
I've
they
seen it
talking-
once.
Why are they talking about Mao Zedong and killing birds because of robotic bird spies?
The bourgeoisie. I mean, there's nothing
Did
else
you
to
say birdwazi?
Yeah, there's nothing else to it. The bourgeoisie.
Oh my god. I hate everyone.
Shout
I
out to
hate
Savvy Lee
everyone.
for the bourgeoisie.
I hate everyone. Oh my god.
Alright, well, I think that's the end of the production for tonight. We got
That's
birds going
any
on.
good
and-
content, at least.
Yeah, any good content. Sorry you guys weren't able to pull out the win there, Fuku, but you guys definitely put up a hell of a fight, so thank you for joining us in this roast of you, and maybe a slight small interview beyond that.
Thanks for tanking it.
Yeah. GG's to everyone, just all, this is all for fun and games, they're not actually putting my feelings, don't worry about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna cry later, dude, it's fine.
We want to do some sign-ups here where people can find people, and what some shout-outs to other people. What do you guys want to do here? Bite me at Twitch. Is that what we want to do here? Thoth God, you
Sure.
want to do your normal help out
Yeah.
Bite me and vice versa?
Follow Falcon on his non-existent Twitter. But follow
I
him on
don't know.
Twitch.
I don't know. Bite me because I don't follow him, but you should because
Hold
you are
on.
a better person than me. I believe
Hold
it's
on.
Bite May on Twitter. I don't know about your Twitch if you have one, if you stream, if you're even active, if I even will ever see you again. But I do know that you should follow his Twitter, so at least you can stalk him online. As for me, you can find me. I am in the Discord as ThothGod. Always feel free to DM me. I would like to thank a lot of people who are in the Revolution Twitch chat right now, because a good portion of them are actually from my community of the Blue Tempest. I know I saw a couple of them in the chat, so I want to thank you guys. This is obviously not something that I force any of my players to do, but it's nice to get that support. If you enjoy me as a person, which means you're very
Does anybody?
evil human being, then I have a Twitch, twitch.tv/ThothGod. I do a lot of VOD reviews. Tomorrow I will actually be doing a VOD review of 2 players. I do VOD reviews for teams. I do scrims. I also play games like League, play Overwatch. I play TFT. I play a lot of different games. So if you ever want to come in, say hi, have a nice conversation, I'm pretty active with chat, at least when I can read it. So definitely feel free to drop in. Give me a follow if you enjoy. But other than that, thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. I mean, another thanks to Soulja for some great production coming out. Some
NA
3
production.
fingers up circle face. Some good old okay production.
This is I got a C- in production. Hooray! Well, yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys, everybody, for coming out tonight, watching us, putting up with our casters bullcrap to Fuku Mass and vice versa, and thank you to the teams coming out and playing each other and putting on a really great show. It was even though it was a 3-1, it was a pretty close matchup. And thank you to the casters for
Aww.
wrecking their voices and not being able to talk tomorrow as it goes. So a little bit of honey and what is it? Honey and something else that makes it.
I'm drinking 2 bottles of water in the process, so I think I'll be okay.
Yeah,
I can't speak for my co-caster.
Yeah, I'm drinking water. What do you mean?
Well,
Learned.
tonight is the last night of round 1 matches. I believe the next set of matches happen Friday, which is what, the 23rd? Does that sound right? Yeah, 23rd. So that's the next set of matches. You can check out all the standings and all the information in our postseason announcements channel. You can see where everybody's at. There's a Battlefy link. You can see who's going on to what next round. We don't have all the information of tonight's games right now, so we can't tell you who's facing who. But I believe Bjorn is at least facing Cream Team from what we understand. So that'll be an exciting game. The Cream Team being the Bastion main team, so apparently they're the only ones to beat Bjorn, so it could be a really good matchup. But we'll we've got a few day break here. Maybe we'll stream random stuff till Friday, but probably not. Probably just take a nice little break and then we'll come back Friday to our round 2 games. But that's everything. Everybody, go ahead and if you like this production and what we do here, and give us a follow. And if you really like what we do, then we always appreciate subscriptions. That everything that we get on stream goes back 100% to the community. It either goes back into the prize pool and or goes to our casters for doing such a great job for us. If anybody else wants to do casting for us, we do a 20% thing, which as of right now is not a whole lot. But once if or when we decide, if we get bigger, that 20% will obviously be a lot more substantial. But anyways, that is everything for tonight, I believe. I'm losing my voice, as you can tell. I'm starting to go downhill. So I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and have a good rest of your evening.